Error. Signal difficult. Telemetry off.
Hey! What is up, guys? My name is Slide FPV. I fly for TMOTOR and this is the FT5. This is pretty much a 60% drone, so it comes with everything but the RX and the VTX. So we're gonna get those installed and try to test this thing out. I want to start this off by letting you guys know I am sponsored by TMOTOR, so take that how you want it. I was not paid to make this review, but this was provided for free for the review. If you fly a DJI air unit, you'll be able to plug and play with this right here, but meaning I fly a Vista, I'm gonna have to do some soldering. So let's get into it. As you see, I've never even opened this thing, so it's gonna be a surprise for both of us. And I think that'll be better because you'll have an actual, genuine response from me. Opening it up, it's packaged pretty smooth so far. See what happens when they open it up. Dang, they toss some props on top for you. They give you 2 pairs of props, which is nice. This thing actually looks sick. This thing's sick for plug and play. It's clean. The geometry looks cool right off the bat. I'd say TPU is a little thin, but you can't complain because that's less weight for sure. I definitely run thicker TPU though, I will say that. But if that's the only thing that lacks on here, that's definitely a good thing to lack. It looks cool right here because you can take the top plate off to get to the stack easier. So that looks like a cool feature. I don't know how it works on strength wise, but flex wise it feels pretty good. Here, try to flex everything. A little bit of flex in the legs, but that's normal, nothing crazy. How about side to side? Nothing side to side, so that's nice. So as you see, it's a pretty clean open base. We pretty much just have to get the Vista back here. I'll probably toss it right under here and just zip tie it on because I don't plan on keeping it in here. But as you see, there are mounting points. So if you're gonna professionally do it, you could nicely get it in there. And then my VTX, I'm probably just gonna toss up in the, or not my VTX, my RX, I'm just gonna toss somewhere in the front. Let's go back to here, see what else it comes with. We got a nice strap, and it's actually a nice strap. Oh, it's TMOTOR brand too. I need to actually get some from them. TMOTOR, if you're watching this, can you guys send me some of these? I would love to run these. These are just like the ones I run, but it would be nice to have some actual TMOTOR ones. We got some lipo pads for the top so it doesn't skid around. We got the wire if you were using the air unit, which I'm not, but this is always good to have extra wires. And we got all the nuts for the props. So before we touch any of this, we're gonna come back over here. I have to use my computer. We're gonna get BETAFLIGHT installed because I've never even used BETAFLIGHT. You guys know I'm a KISS. You guys know I'm a KISS user, so I've never even used BETAFLIGHT. We're gonna have to get that installed. Get the Vista on here. Mount the antennas. Mount the camera, which I'm hoping the camera could fit there. It looks like I almost need spacers. Which, as in bolts here, let's. No, any extra bolts they give you. It's always nice when they give you extra screws and stuff. Oh, right here, perfect. This is what I'm looking for. So this is a spacer right here that are gonna go in the front right here to make the camera work. So hopefully they're big enough, I think they are. And if not, you could of course make it work with other objects, but it'd be nice to have everything in the box included be what you need. It sucks when you buy something that's supposed to be plug and play and then you need to add stuff that is from your house, because then it obviously wasn't plug and play. Right here, as you see, I'm not going to be able to run these 4 bolts because they're not going to line up, but I'll at least be able to put the front 2 bolts in, and then I'll just put like electrical tape, or I'll just put a zip tie or something to hold the back down, just to make it work, just to show you guys some HD footage on it, because it's not even about just running the HD footage, it's about having the weight there too. Because you don't, a 5-inch drone's pointless if you can't run a GoPro on it smoothly, at least. So before we even mess with the GoPro, I say let's get the Vista in. This wire that came with it, I don't know what I just did with it. Oh, right here. This wire right here would plug in underneath the USB down here, down there. And this would plug into your air unit and work for your air unit and your receiver. So it really is plug and play if that's what you fly. But meaning I don't like the air units because they're too big and I fly the Vista. These don't come with quick plug and play. So technically I could take this wire, cut the clip off one side, do it here, and then follow the pin out and plug it in like that. But I don't really want to wire it that way. I'd rather just route it the way I'm doing because I'm all about soldering. I think it's easier, it's quicker. You don't have to rely on a plug. So we're not gonna go that route. But like I said, if you're just a beginner, you're looking for a quad that you could just buy DJI, toss that in here, that's what you're gonna be your best option. You plug that in, you have your receiver plugged in with the plug. It's easy to go. You could undo that whole unit just with one plug. It's for sure a way to go if you want simplicity. But once you learn how to solder, you kind of enjoy soldering where you don't want to use plugs. We got ground. All right, so I just went ahead and got rid of all those extra clips on the end. Now we're gonna open up this computer. I don't even have BETAFLIGHT, so I have to turn on my hotspot and download that real quick, and then we'll start getting that configured. Does it come with a USB-C? Okay, cool. Now it has USB-C. We're getting modern now, which I brought because I was charging my GoPro right here. So cool, we have that wire. Should be a data cable because it's GoPros. So I'm gonna get that downloaded. It just finished downloading and we're in the spot where it says run it. I wanna see how simple is it. Is it gonna start up right when I start up? Is it gonna connect or am I gonna have to mess around? So let's see. Got the USB in. As you saw, I've never even ran it because it just updated. Plugging it in. We got lights. It's setting up the device. Hopefully it sets up the yort. I'm just gonna click connect. Oh, right here. The following problems with your configuration. The accelerator is enabled but is not calibrated. So we gotta calibrate it. Cool, so at least it went straight in, move it around. Yeah, it looks accurate. So we just got this soldered up. We still kind of got a mess going on. I kind of had to clean up all this, but like I said, if this was your real build, you'd be doing it a little smoother. I'm at a spot building it, so it's gonna be rushed a little bit, a little less organized, but you'll get the point. I'm gonna toss the Vista in the back. I'm still debating where I wanna put this. I might throw it in the back too and just toss this in the mount they gave us, maybe just to make it easier. But usually on my drones, I toss one up front and the other one will be back on an arm. So let's test this. I also want to fly my first pack on the rates that they send it as. I want to see how it feels just as is out the box. But after that, I'm gonna change to my buddy Brickwall's rates because I kind of like his BETAFLIGHT rates, and see how I could fly it then, just to kind of see out the box how it performs. Look how sick these motors look. I wish it would focus more, but like it has like this reflected like sparkle in the top that's really sick. And with like the white contrast, it's a cool color. All right guys, so it's finally the exciting part. Time to fly her. It's been about an hour and a half of setting her up while soldering, so it really wasn't too bad for all the stuff I had to do at the spot on this little ledge with limited amounts of tools. So I'd say it was a pretty easy build right off the bat. It looks clean. Let's see how it flies. I'm really excited to see how it flies because when you mess around, when you're at a spot watching other people fly while you're building a drone that you've never flown, it's nice and clean, the whole time you're like, can I please just fly? So I've had that mentality the whole time and I'm finally here, so let's get it. All right guys, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to fly her. She looks clean, but that doesn't mean she's gonna fly good, so let's see how she goes. A little plugged in, got that nice BETAFLIGHT sound. Make sure my mic's going, yep. Let's try it, first genuine pack. See how she feels. I didn't change no rates, I didn't change no PIDs. Stock out the box, this is how she's gonna fly. Alright, figure out the arm switch, got it. Before I go crazy, I'm gonna feel it for a second. Feels good, for sure. Oh, so I already feel comfortable going in here. Yeah, rates are for sure a little slower, but not too slow that it's deadly. I could for sure handle it. Turned off.
Battery low, power off.
It's fine, I got my audio. So that other camera died, but I got audio going. You guys just have to watch first person. You don't really need to see me anyway. Dude, I'm liking it out the box. Oh, a little wall tap there. Or a floor tap, not a wall. Feels smooth. Out the the box, it feels smooth. Like, I feel like the throttle control feels nice. By the way, anyone who knows about my throttle cut, I took that off for this. So this is, oh, there's a pole there. This is literally how it would come out the box at 100% throttle. Exactly how it's gonna fly. Unless you have some big, heavy battery. I got a little 1300 on it. I'm sure if you have a bigger battery, it might have a little more shakes or just a little more weight with it. I don't know if my VTX is on a low power outage, because it feels weird when I go far. Like laggy. Not the drone, but just the lag. It feels good though. Look, I'm already pretty comfortable in this little area. It's my first time ever flying this drone, and I'm already just breaking out. Like, of course, I'm pretty experienced, so I'm comfortable with a lot of things I fly, but I'd say I'm doing pretty good for a first time flying this thing. Did a little weird movement right there, but nothing crazy. I'm sure the GoPro didn't even show it. That's how minor it was. All right, this battery's getting low. I'm gonna take her in. First crash on her. Let's see how she takes. Just a little scraggle I hit. Find out how to armor. I want to get caught in another bush. We're going to try to shoot under these. This is where KISS would come in handy with the ground. Oh, we got it though. Brought her back up on the first crash. So it wasn't really a bad crash. I just kind of caught the scraggle and brought me down. I'd say first pack, that's just a second. I'd say for a first pack, that was pretty successful. It felt very smooth. It had a couple weird movements, but that's not something you should worry about. Like even my drone, when you're seeing me fly smooth, there's times that it has weird movements that I just learned how to hide by adding a certain amount of throttle. That's one of the biggest things is if you think someone has a perfect tune and their drone just looks like it flies perfect, it's probably not completely perfect. They probably have some shakes, but they just understand how to ease into their throttle and kind of hide a lot of that. I definitely don't think you should waste your whole career flying trying to tune your quad. I think you should learn to tune and get it to a level and then kind of call it quits, because you're crashing these things. Every time you hit something and a prop bends, it's going to have different oscillations, it's going to have different movements, and you can't tune it perfect for every situation. So you need to like hit a certain point and then just go straight to flying. But I definitely say for a beginner quad, out the box, performance-wise, this thing flies really good, and it flies like my quad. It of course feels a little different, but if you started on this, you wouldn't be held back in any way. I should say that. Durability, I won't know that for a while. I haven't really crashed it. I hit that straggle, fell down, brought it back up. I got a bent prop, it looks like, but overall it's pretty good. But that doesn't really show a long-term crash. We really don't know how this is going to happen when we go into a concrete wall. I'm kind of debating on crashing into a concrete wall right now, but I also don't want to destroy it because I want to give this drone away. So I'm like, which way should I go? Because part of me wants to take it and fly it where I clip one arm like this and try to take one motor out. But they didn't send me any spare motors, so once it's done, it's done. So I just switched the rates over to something I'll like better. Let's check it out. Stand here actually. I'm hoping it feels a little better this time. As you saw, that was my first time ever flying, so for me to go as ballsy as I already was, that shows it flies pretty good. Oh, this is way better. The other one I felt so restricted, like if I had to make a quick movement, I felt fucked. And this one, look at that. It's like I'm flying my drone. Oh, barely touched the ground. I think my antenna's bad on the DJI. I picked a random antenna I had in my bag, and I think it's one I took off that was bad. So I'm kind of just staying in the same area. Dude, it feels great now. That's definitely the secret. If you do get this thing, just put some faster. Well, I guess if you like slow rates, you probably like it out the box. But if you like faster rates, just copy the ones I got or put the ones you like. And this thing's solid now. Nice wall rides. I'm not used to the full throttle resolution. If you see I'm touching the ground, but like it's just barely. That's me trying to be smooth and not over catch myself. So I'm just trying to learn that point still. That comes with time though when you fly something. You're not just gonna fly it the second time and know everything. What's the battery on that GoPro? Is that the back?
7%.
Oh, we're good. I was gonna say turn it off so it doesn't corrupt, but actually I think it low power modes and shuts off anyway. But 7's fine. Dude, this thing feels great. We're gonna do a crash test right here at the end. I have to get one crash test. I feel like if you don't crash the drone, you're not showing nothing, because most drones nowadays should fly great out the box. If they don't, something's wrong. You know, like some will for sure fly smoother. Like I feel like TMOTOR does make good components, so I feel like it's playing a good part here. But most drones out the box should be pretty decent, and this one's definitely showing that. Well, let's see the strength test right now. Can you go stand right here?
Right by the wall?
Or set the GoPro up on it. Here, actually, I'm gonna help you. Good. I'm gonna try to clip this pull with my left motor. So let me see the GoPro. I don't want you to have to stand there. I don't want to hurt you, just in case it ricochets. I'm gonna set this right here, and I'm gonna purposely clip this pole with my left motor and see if I can get a bell to break. I'm gonna try to intentionally hit this motor on the pole, direct impact, and see if it takes it out, or just a prop. If I'm worried about anything on this build, I'd say it's the motors. The components are all great, the motors are just their lower end ones, and they seem very thin, but that doesn't mean they're not strong. I'm not gonna be friendly. So one thing you'll see about my reviews, I'm not gonna try to play it friendly. I'm going in. All right, so that was a good hit right there. Let's see if I can just take off. Dude, we're still good. Yeah, I messed up prop, but that was a good impact right there. I'm gonna do another one. Barely missed it. It's hard. Barely clipped it. We got it right here. I'm at 12 volts. This has to be it. My battery's too dead. It's at 8 volts. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the video there. I'm really amazed with that crash. There really wasn't any damage. That doesn't mean these motors are the strongest motors in the world. Every crash is gonna be different. There's times you barely hit something and everything explodes. It all just depends on like the way it hits it and the angle and everything. The prop could always hit first and make it where the motor doesn't clip. Same with the arm. So I'm not saying these are the strongest motors, but for an out of the box, just taking it out and ripping it, it flew good. Durability seemed pretty good, and a lot of the components on it are pretty nice. So I definitely would recommend this for anyone that's newer and not looking to mess around with soldering, or even if you are, it's good. But I think it was definitely nice for someone that has a DJI that just wants to put that plug in and call it good. So that being said, I'm gonna end it there. This drone, I actually want to do a giveaway for my Patreons. So I think I'm gonna announce it on my story on YouTube, but I'm pretty much just gonna do some type of giveaway for new Patreons. Even if you're a Patreon right now, you're already in there. But I'm gonna give like 2 weeks for people to join, and then I'm gonna do a random Patreon giveaway for the whole drone. Of course, not including my Vista or my receiver. So it's gonna be the way it came in the box. Yes, I did crash it into the wall, but looking at it, there's no damage. The TPU got dirty, that's it. So this is still a solid drone, and you could win this if you join my Patreon. It doesn't matter what tier, any support helps, and I really appreciate it. But like I said, thank you guys, and peace out.